Washington correspondent Jeff Zeleny joins me now. Jeff.
Well, Jake, I mean, there are 2 weeks from tomorrow. The odds are Democrats are wondering, is Joe Biden going to get in or not? We don't have an answer to that question right now, unfortunately, but stay tuned. But it's of real concern for the Clinton campaign. It's still trying to move beyond this ongoing controversy over the private email she used while Secretary of State. The whole campaign is in something of a holding pattern right now, bracing for a very big October. Whether you love or loathe Hillary Clinton, it's hard to argue with this description of the email controversy dogging her campaign.
Well, it is like a drip, drip, drip.
That drip, drip, drip is leaving an opening for new drama in the Democratic primary fight. A new poll shows Clinton still leading the race, but far from comfortably. She runs ahead of Bernie Sanders by only 7 points in a new Wall Street Journal NBC News poll. Joe Biden is trailing both potential rivals by double digits. If Biden stays out of the race, Clinton climbs to 15 points over Sanders. But that remains the $10,000 question hanging over the race. What is Biden going to do? His end of summer deadline has come and gone. His aides say he's still weighing his decision. Today in Chicago, Sanders drew cheers for his call for change.
American democracy is not supposed to be about billionaires buying elections. It's not supposed to be about super PACs collecting huge amounts of money from the wealthiest people in this country, having more power over a candidate's campaign than the candidate himself or herself.
That, of course, was a not-so-veiled reference to Clinton.
Thank you.
Who's on a 3-day fundraising tour in California. As she fortifies her campaign, Clinton suddenly is everywhere. At least 9 sit-down interviews this month alone, eager to show she'll field every question, many of which are about emails, including a new batch that just turned up, after saying months ago she surrendered everything.
There was a transition period. I wasn't that focused on my email account, to be clear.
As she tries to take responsibility for using that private email account as Secretary of State,
I'd rather it happen now than later.
Her husband blames the trouble on a smear campaign.
There are lots of people who wanted there to be a race for different reasons. And they thought the only way they could make it a race was a full-scale frontal assault on her. And so this email thing became the biggest story in the world.
Now, those comments from President Clinton aren't exactly on message with the campaign trying to take responsibility earlier this month, and Hillary Clinton saying, "I'm sorry." It's more of a flashback to the 1990s in some respect, that vast right-wing conspiracy and blaming Republicans, which of course many Democrats believe. But advisors to Secretary Clinton are trying to turn the page and move forward. One thing blocking their way is, what is the field ultimately going to look like, Jake? And the biggest question at Clinton headquarters, is Biden going to get in?
Still a mystery. Jeff Zeleny, thanks so much. Joining me now, Karen Finney. She's Hillary Clinton.